Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. I am super excited today for this live. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I hope that, excuse me, first of all, let me just say that I have been sick this week. And so my voice is a little bit raspy. I'm very congested, but we will get through this. I've been wanting to do this live for a while, and I am super excited that I've been able to secure this interview. Today I have Carrie with From Seed to Spoon. It is a YouTube channel, but it is so much more than that. It is also an app that is available to both Android and iPhone. And it is a gardening app that is really, really, really awesome. I use the app, and it has been amazing. And I can't do it justice in telling you about it. I just want to welcome everybody in, whether you are staying in the background or, oh, hey, DJ, so glad that you joined us. Thank you for joining in on the chat. If you're joining in the chat, I appreciate it. Please be sure to put your questions in there for our guest. I'm trying to find my mouse again so I can bring our guest on the stage. Don't have the best lighting. Here we go. Want to welcome Carrie. There we go.
Well, great.
Hi, Carrie.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I am so excited that you agreed to come and be my guest.
Oh, absolutely.
As I was saying, I use the app, and I have actually been, I've had the app since you very first introduced it as a free app when it was very bare bones.
Yeah.
And
I saw
I have
screenshots
watched.
the other day, like from several years ago. I was like, oh my gosh, we've come so far. It's amazing.
Oh, you have. You've really come a long way. Jaden, thank you for joining us. Welcome in. And I also want to say to anybody who is watching the replay, I'm so glad that you're here as well. The replay crew is amazing, and you are very important to us also. As you're watching, please feel free to jump in with any questions that you have. But first of all, I just want to introduce Carrie. Her husband is in the background watching the kiddos so that she could be here and be a part of this live stream with us today. Sorry if I am really scatterbrained. Today's the first day I feel halfway human. I didn't want to cancel because it was so important to me. But first of all, would you just introduce yourself and your husband, even though he's not with you, and tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, so myself, and my husband, he's just in the other room with the kids. We created the From Seed to Spoon app. We started gardening in, it's like 2015. So not too much ago, I feel like. And we were just looking for something we wanted to eat healthier. We wanted to be healthier, and just somewhere we landed upon gardening and growing our own food. And there was a lot to learn whenever we first started. So whenever we first started, there was no app for it. We were dragging all these books out into the garden and back and forth. We were watching countless YouTube channels, yes, a lot of things. And my husband, he's never made an app, or he had never coded before. And he was like, you know what? I can do it. And he ended up teaching himself and me a little bit along the way of how to make this. He brought in a couple friends, and it's kind of just been a family and friend app that we made. And yeah, built it with love, trying to help make gardening easy for everybody.
One thing that I love about it is that it truly is a community endeavor, because you seek input from your community and your followers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
You get input from everybody who uses the app, and you truly implement the suggestions of the people using the app.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
I just love
you guys
that.
have great advice too. And I want to know what you guys want to see in an app, because typically it's something that I'm going to want to use. And I use the app every day. So it's helpful for me too. So we really just, build whatever it is that we want to see in the app, and we implement that. But yeah, you guys always have amazing advice. So I love to get emails and messages and all of that and advice from everybody.
Yeah. I know that when I watch your lives, which I will have you talk about that here in just a minute, when I watch your lives, I learn something from other people in the chat every week.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it is quite the community that we've built up. I love it.
Yeah, and even if you don't see the question, somebody in chat generally will. And even if you don't see it and answer the question, then either Smart Pots will answer the question, or somebody in the community will answer the question, almost without fail. And it's truly a community endeavor, and I just love that.
Yeah,
and that is so representative of the homesteading community, and what the homesteading community is really all about. And I just love that. So
yeah,
I just want to
really is. Well, thank you. I love seeing your name pop up in the chat too. It's great to see you there.
Well, thank you. So I guess you've kind of already answered what got you interested in gardening and what led you to develop the app. But what is the inspiration behind the name of the app?
So if you can see my last name right here, Spoonmore, it kind of was a play on our last name. So originally when we did it, it was like from seed to spoon and more, because we were doing like homesteading things too. We were talking about like DIY laundry detergent and things like that too, like on our blog. We still have all that stuff on our blog, but we just dropped the and more. It was confusing. So we just have from seed to spoon. So it's kind of the play on our last name, and also the fact that we grow everything from seed that we want to eat. So yeah, it worked out perfect for us.
That is so cool. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd ever heard that part of the story behind the app.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Let's see.
Yeah, it was kind of a eureka moment. My husband came up with it. He was like, oh my gosh. He's like, I have it. It's perfect.
Okay. We will get to your question about planting in the fall, DJ. We'll come back to that in just a little bit, okay? I promise we will come back to that. So tell us a little bit about the app and its features, how it can benefit especially the homesteading community, and just why we need that app in our lives.
I mean, I need it every day. It's key for several things, really. My favorite thing about the app is that it will give me exact planting dates based on my location. I don't have to do any calculating. I don't have to remember, because I plant so much So it gives me exact planting dates. It'll remind me what I can plant right now, what I can plant soon coming up. And it'll help me remember all of that. But also I can go through and log my seeds that I start. So I can remember what I planted and when, and it'll tell me
Right.
when I can expect that seed to sprout, when I can expect to harvest it, which those features are great too, because as much as I like to tell myself I'm always going to remember what I plant and when and where, and I never do, because I'm starting so much all the time. So that is super helpful. And then the new Growbot features, it's been life-changing for me. So you can now send a picture to Growbot and ask. So Growbot is like this AI chatbot that we built. It's awesome. And you can take a picture. Yes, I love it. But you can take a picture of a pest or a plant or leaves that are curling or something along those lines, and just say, hey, what's going on? And it can help you out. And it's really helped me a lot. Like I even used it this morning. Somebody sent me a picture on social and was asking, they're like, I don't remember what I planted here. Do you have any idea? So I sent a picture of it up to Growbot. I was like, do you know what this is? And it's like, oh yeah, this looks like this variety of winter squash. I was like, okay, there we go.
Very cool.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many amazing things in there. I mean, there's companion planting information, pest management, and everything's organic in there because we don't want to use anything that's not organic methods. So everything we recommend is going to be all organic or
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
for those who
there's
don't know
countless
what
other things in there, but I could go on, but I'll stop there.
Yeah. For those who don't know what the app looks like, this is what it looks like on the home screen, and it tailors everything to your specific location.
Mhm.
And you can make some changes to it, like your frost date, and I've forgotten some of the other stuff that you can change because I don't ever go in and change anything. I just let it do its thing. But
Yeah, I always let it do its thing too, because I'm like, well, I mean, the local weather stations have like hundreds of years of data, and it calculates out what your expected frost dates are. Now, it's not always going to be perfect, but they calculate
right.
out its best guess, from the past 100 years of data that it has. So, like, I feel like it knows better than me, probably. So. But yeah, there are people that really want to do it themselves. So yeah, we definitely let them insert their own frost dates. So that way it'll all calculate out for what they want.
One thing that I do like about it, there are there's a lot of features that are available free.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very functional for you if you cannot afford or don't want to pay for a membership.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And so it is still a very functional app if you don't want to pay for it. But if you do pay for it, there are extra features that are really valuable. And one thing that I also really love is that if, like for myself, I happened to have won a membership for a year and I can't afford to pay for a membership. So whatever I put in there now during my membership, I'm not going to lose anything when the membership ends. And I just think that's really awesome because so many apps, you lose everything that you
that would be
put
devastating.
into it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we did not want to do that to people.
I just think that's really awesome, really beautiful that you thought of us.
Well, we're right there in your shoes too. I mean, we're people too. I mean, when we built it for us, like we do things in there that we want to see done, and yeah.
Yeah, and I like the ability to input your individual gardens. Like I do strictly raised beds now this year, and it's my first year doing this type of gardening that I'm doing. I've done raised beds before, but I also have 5 self-watering raised beds, and they're awesome, absolutely amazing. But it's a whole new ball of wax, and learning what, and it's also in my yard, so I have to deal with shade and trying to figure out what to grow in which raised bed based on the amount of shade they get throughout the day. And it's really, really, it's a whole new learning curve. But I can input what I've done this year and then adjust it for next year.
Yeah.
And there's so many features in this app. It's like jam-packed. I don't know how anybody can learn everything that's in there.
I know. I told you I really could like go on and on forever on things that are in there. Like, because really, anytime we think of something or somebody recommends, like, oh, I would love to see this in there, we try our very hardest to get it done and implemented. Like right now, we're working on drawing out gardens too, and like being able to visually plan out your garden. So like plotting visually, like where you want your peas to go, where you want your, you know, whatever it is that you're growing, and we're very excited. So yes, so the app is free to download, and a lot of the features are going to be free. You can view all of the planting dates, all of the companion planting, pest issue, like everything like that is all free. The paid features are going to be for a subscription if you want to do that, for sending pictures up to Growbot, asking questions to Growbot, logging a bunch of plants in your garden as well is a paid feature. Yeah.
But now the asking Growbot questions in the free version, you get 3 questions a day. You can ask questions.
Yes.
But you can't send pictures.
Not in the free version, no, because we have to pay too much for that. We're like, yeah, that's got to be a paid feature. I'm sorry. But yeah.
But so you can ask 3 questions a day.
Yeah.
So that is a feature you can use, but you're limited how much you can use it each day.
Yeah, and you can totally describe, like if you're having an issue with your plant, you can be like, okay, so my tomato leaves are curling. It has brownish leaves. What could be going wrong? Like instead of just snapping a picture and sending it up, you could just describe it and ask. Or you can ask Growbot to like, what are really good shade plants to grow in my food garden or something along those lines.
Yeah. Honestly, the features that you get in the free version are so good that it's a fully functional app even without the paid version.
Yes.
The paid version is so good, it's worth having.
For those who want to go above and beyond and be organized and all of that. Yeah.
Right. The organization, the picture ability. Now, I wanted to ask you, you have a brand new feature that you just barely rolled out. And that's the ability to take the pictures of the seed packets.
Yes.
And have it upload the information from the seed packet that you're using. Like I prefer to use Baker Creek. That's my preferred seed company. So I can take the picture of the seed packet from Baker Creek, and it'll upload all of the growing information for me. Now, you guys are part of Park Seed.
Yes.
And so you get all of your growing information from Park Seed.
And we have all of their varieties linked through the app as well. And the full Park Seed store as well too, which by the way, if you are a yearly premium, you get free shipping too, which I know is key for a lot of people too.
Right. So now is the ability to upload the information from the seed packet, is that strictly membership?
No, that's something that anybody can actually do. Yeah, everybody can do that. So whenever you are adding a plant to your garden, which, oh man, I can't remember how many plants we have for free. It's like 5, I want to say, somewhere around there. I don't know. I'm sorry. But we do allow you guys to add in a few of your plants too for free, just to test it out and see. As long as a free 1 week trial as well, if you want to just try it all out and see what you think. But and you'll never lose anything. Also, I know you already mentioned that, but people are always worried
Right.
about that. But yeah, that's something that if you're just going through and you are either looking at the plant details screen, you can add a custom plant there, or you can add in a plant to your garden. And if you just go through and you tap like to add a plant to your garden, you can add custom plant from there. And then that ability, like you just pull up a seed packet, snap a picture of it, and it'll automatically fill in exactly like all of the information. It's amazing. So I don't even have everything from Park Seed in there because I have to manually go in and enter everything, which I'm working really hard to adding like everything into the app that I can. But I found something that I was actually planting like a week ago, and I didn't have it in the app. And I was like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to test this out. So I went through and I snapped a picture of the front and the back and added it in, and it was great. It added it in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to go in and test that out yet.
It's amazing.
I've been sick, but I'm excited to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge time saver because you can go through and add in and type in all of your information too. Because you can create as many custom plants as you want to. So yeah, I see somebody posted, 10 plants for free. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. I was trying to think of some of the other. You also have a feature in there about themed gardens.
Yes.
Is that the right?
Yeah, that's one of our newer features too that we built out. Yeah, so different themed gardens. So if you want to grow like a salsa garden, or if you want to grow a salad garden, or a pollinator garden, even like just we have, oh man, like 15 to 20 different themes that we built. We had so much fun one day just sitting there and brainstorming, oh, what kind of gardens would we want to do, and coming up with a bunch of different ideas.
Yeah, it's really cool because it tells you exactly what plants you need to grow to do that particular type of thing.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. And then you also have it broke down by like ailments.
Yes.
Like if you want to grow for immunity, or if you're growing because you have diabetes, or I can't think of all of the other different things that you have it broke down by, but it tells you what plants are good for that.
Yeah.
And what you need to grow.
That's like, I think there's like 26 different health conditions we did. So before we did this, in my real life, I guess you could say, I was an RN. And so being healthy, it's just kind of like my passion too. And I wanted to try to incorporate healthy and like just kind of help people who were maybe struggling with different ailments. So I thought that would be a great addition, because I mean, that was one of our biggest reasons for wanting to grow too, was to get healthy. My husband struggles sometimes with mental, like depression and anxiety. So having a lot of those different plants, and so helped him significantly. So I wanted to try to include a lot of that.
Another feature is recipes.
Yes, I love recipes. So, I mean, I always say, I'm like, what good is it if you grow all this if you don't know what to do with it, right? So, and part of our name is From Seed to Spoon. So, yes, exactly. I have lots of recipes, especially for summer squash, zucchini. I don't even know how many recipes I have for that. All tried from my kitchen, and most of them taste tested and approved by all the kids too. So, but yes, I go through and try to make different recipes with different things that we've grown, and how to make things unique and taste good, especially for the kids who might be a little bit more picky eaters. So we try to come up with a lot of different fun ideas and ways that you can incorporate it into your diet.
Yeah, no, we've talked about all of the wonderful, amazing features of the app. Now, something about the homesteading community in particular is that we look at the fact that our infrastructure is not 100% reliable. A lot of people live in areas where there's natural disasters, and they may be without power, or the internet may go down. And, you know, we're heavily reliant on our cell phones. We're reliant on our computers. We're reliant on the internet. So if we get this app and we're reliant on that to manage our garden, and we lose power and the internet, how are we going to be able to use our app out in the garden?
Well, so one of the great things is that we did recognize that, and the fact that a lot of people do live in rural areas, especially if they're out in their gardens, they may not have great internet access out there. And that's how we actually discovered this issue. We're like, you know what, we need to make sure that this works, even if you don't have a great internet connection and all of that. So once you download the app onto your phone, everything except Growbot, I mean, Growbot will not work, but all of the information, all of the planting dates and the information for companion planting, pest management, I mean, everything in there you're going to be able to access. Like even if you're on airplane mode on your phone, you'll still be able to see all of the information there.
I think that's awesome. Shades of Gray, the app is called From Seed to Spoon.
Yep, you can get it on Apple, Android, and we even have a desktop version as well too.
I think that's awesome. I know that my mother-in-law doesn't like cell phones. She has one, but she hates it. And hers is an old flip style cell phone. And so if she did garden, she wouldn't be able to use the app, but she uses a computer. And so for those people that are still holdouts and don't like cell phones, to have the app or the web version is just awesome. I think that's great.
For sure. And sometimes it's easier too. If you're entering in like a lot of seeds that you just started, like sometimes it's easier to just type it all in on the computer too. So yeah.
Right. A bigger screen, bigger keyboard, all of that would be really awesome. So, one thing we were talking about was the fact that Dale couldn't be with you today because he's watching the kiddos so that you could concentrate. And
well,
also,
I think I'm about to be getting one because he's having to go pick up the kids from school. So we're getting.
Hi, Dale.
Hi.
Oh, so precious. Now, which one is this?
This is Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
Say hi.
But family is so important. And the homesteading community is very family oriented. And I know that you're family oriented. And we were talking about how I would consider you guys part of the homesteading community. So does the app have features or plans for features that are geared for children, such as education through gardening or experiments, games, etc.?
You know what? That's a very interesting question, and one that I have not talked about at all with anybody outside of like me and like the people that we're working on this with. But we are working on a children's app actually as well that would be geared more towards getting them more active in growing and eating food. And yeah.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
That's
We're actually working
awesome.
together with smart pots.
Oh,
So
beautiful.
it should be really fun.
Now,
But
if somebody wanted to get involved with that children's app in helping you to test it with their children, how would they go about being a part of that? Really? Is that how we do it, Brian?
He's like, I use it. No, and I mean, in the meantime too, like I do make quite a few videos like with the kids as well. And even like
Right.
I have a 9-year-old who she loves to make videos out in the garden. And she wants to make
She's
all
good at it.
like videos and teaching everybody how to do everything. So I mean, we do somewhat have that as well. And then we have videos like of our animals too, because we moved out onto 5 acres in 2020 and we started with a bunch of chickens, and we have a bunch of goats and sheep and pigs and yeah.
Yeah, sometimes your goats make an appearance during your lives.
Yes. Yeah, so they help out around the area too, to go through and clean it up. So we just shut the front gates and we just let them go out and wander. Now, obviously, we have a fence around our garden, or else they would eat all that. But yeah, they just go out and they trim up all of our plants and trees and weeds and all of that. They're big helpers.
Yeah, they are. I love goats. They're so cool.
Oh, I know. They're so fun. I love them. Yeah, he says he loves them too.
So, other than your children helping you with the videos and stuff, how do you involve them in your gardening?
Oh gosh, they pretty much do everything with me at this point. Like, they're indoor seed starting with me all the time. They start seeds with me outside. They harvest with me. Like, especially 7-year-old, I have a lot of kids. My 7-year-old especially, like literally every single day when he gets home from school, he's like, do we have anything in the garden we need to go harvest? Because that's like one of his favorite things. Just going out there and like pulling all the tomatoes or pulling all the beans. Potatoes are probably his favorite thing to harvest, because he just loves to dig through the soil and pull out all the potatoes. He loves it.
Any excuse to play in the dirt.
Exactly. Yeah.
So how can people find the app if they want to download it and check it out?
Yeah, so if you're just in your app store, you can search for Seed to Spoon, or you can really just search gardening, and typically we're the top result right there as well. So you'll see it, Seed to Spoon. And then we're on all socials. We're on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all of that under Seed to Spoon.
Okay. Is there anything else about the app or your family or your experiences that you would like to share with the community?
Well, I mean, it's honestly changed our life for sure. Like, before we were gardening, like, we lived in a traditional, even just neighborhood. And then we transformed just our regular backyard into gardens. And we're like, this is amazing. So I love that anybody and everybody can do this. Now, we ran out of room and had to move out onto some land, because we were like, okay, we want to grow more and we want animals, and we really wanted chickens, and we had an HOA before. So we definitely needed to get land. Hey.
Okay. I know we had a few questions in the comments. Let me go back up here and see what I've got. I have reading glasses or bifocals, and I can't read, so got to get up close and personal here. Okay, traveling with an entertainment with DJ had a question. What do we plant for the fall, and when do we harvest our carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, and onions?
So, I mean, you can plant a lot of the cool season stuff here soon. You can do a bunch of root crops, like it sounds like you're talking about, with the carrots and potatoes, and garlic is something real big too to plant in the fall. All sorts of greens. I love all of them. But check out the Seed to Spoon app because it'll have exact planting dates and it'll tell you exactly what you can plant in your location now. And then, so for harvesting, especially for those potatoes, I really just look for cues. Same with onions too, I guess. I look for cues that they're ready. So you'll see like the foliage on the top, instead of the green lush, they'll start to die back. And that's how you'll know that they are about ready to harvest.
Right. And it also depends too on what zone you're in, whether you can really even have a fall garden.
Well,
like if
so
you're
I feel like most everybody should be able to. Because I've talked to people that are way up north, and if you have enough of like, sometimes you can just do like the because we have like PVC dome hoop houses that we build that we've gotten from people like up in Minnesota and Maine and all of that have worked really good with for them. And that's no heating or anything like that. It's just adding a little bit of insulation over top of your plants. So I feel like pretty much anywhere you can grow at least a little bit. And kale,
well, that's good. That's good to know.
kale is always the thing that I recommend too. I'm like, if you get super cold, do some kale because kale loves and thrives in the winter.
That's great to know. I've got some beautiful, beautiful scarlet kale growing.
Oh,
And I've never been very successful with my kale. It always gets, I don't know if it's mites or what it is, or on the underside of it. And this year I have these great big huge protein tubs from ranchers. And this is the first year I haven't had a single insect on them.
Oh, that's amazing.
They're gorgeous. Now I do have onions growing right next to them too, so I don't know if the onions are helping or just what.
That's true. Yes, onions are an amazing companion plant. Like they will help to repel like so many pests and just really help to protect them.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I want to grow more kale, and I want to make kale chips out of it.
Oh, I love it.
So
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, a Swiss chard is probably one of my favorite greens to grow, especially in the fall, just because they're so pretty too. I love growing like the red ones or the just like the rainbow colors ones, like the bright lights. They're just so pretty. And the kids love them too. And in the fall time, they just almost taste sweet. Like they're so good.
One thing I've noticed with all of my greens is that whether it be the beet greens, the turnip greens, or the Swiss chard, any of those, or even the spinach that I tried to grow this spring, it always tastes salty.
Oh, like almost bitter?
Well, not bitter, just salty.
Interesting.
Really salty.
Huh. Yeah, whenever we're harvesting them, if it starts to get a little bit too warm in like the late spring and summer, like doesn't nearly taste as good. That's why, like, honestly, like fall is one of my favorite times to grow just because everything just tastes so much better and like the cold just makes it better.
Yeah. Let's see if we have any more questions in here we haven't answered. Oh, so hard to see. I do want to thank everybody for coming in here. I truly appreciate it. And I appreciate all the interaction in chat today.
Yeah, it was great to see you and great to chat with you. And hopefully I will see you tomorrow.
Oh, yes. Would you, while I'm looking for questions, would you please tell us about your Tuesday live? I love it.
Yeah.
I can't look forward to it every day, or every week. I mean,
well, every week on Tuesdays we do a live stream at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we just sit and hang around for an hour and talk gardening. It's a different topic every week. Tomorrow we're talking about preservation, like different things like canning, freezing, drying, you name it. So it's very fun. We talk about that, answer any questions, and there's always giveaways too. So yep, and that's how you were saying that you won your premium subscription to the app.
yes.
So we do giveaways a lot for premium subscriptions. Sometimes there's smart pots. Sometimes we do some park seeds. It's all it's always fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. And also, whenever you go back during the week after the live, if you comment on that video, there's an opportunity to also win.
Yes. Yep, we're doing a giveaway. So we do a giveaway during the live stream that we announce at the end. And then we also do it from the Tuesday at 1 o'clock to the next Tuesday at 12. So that way the people that don't have the opportunity to join us on Tuesday at lunchtime, that they still get the opportunity to watch it at some point and be entered to win.
Right. It's so generous. It really is. And you guys are just awesome. What can I say? You're awesome.
Oh, well, I appreciate it a lot. We have a lot of fun and we love it. We truly do.
Yeah. Sometimes on your live too, you'll go in the kitchen and you'll be preparing your lunch.
Yes.
And showing us.
Yeah, we did that. That was fun. Yeah. And then we all ate it after. That was
Man, sometimes you've been in there cooking and I'm like, can I join you? It's a little far to go, but can I join you?
Yep. Come out to Oklahoma and join us, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay. We have about 15 minutes left before I usually try to end my live. And I'm wearing out. But I mentioned to you that I sometimes like to do a little game with my guest just to have a little fun. And I have your seed book.
I got it here.
So we're going to see just how prepared you brought your cold season.
Yes.
Book with you.
The kids labeled it. You can kind of see it's fun. I can sound it out. I know what they're saying. It's cute.
Oh, it's so much fun to have the littles around.
Yeah. Yep.
But we'll see how prepared you are for the cold season, your fall garden. We'll see how well I know my cold season crop too. I'll be honest, I don't know them that well because I've never done a cold crop garden. I've never done a fall garden. This is my first year to try one. But
well, great. Well, good luck.
Let me see here. I'm going to cheat and use the app. Okay. But now, you guys are in the same zone I'm in, so let's see. Do you have any seeds for bee balm?
Ooh, I do. They're not in this one. So I have 3 different binders, And I have a cold season, a hot season, and then I also have a flowers and herbs binder, and it is in the flowers and herbs binder. But I do, yes. I have
Okay.
some
What counted as one up for you? Okay. Let's see. What about bok choy?
Oh, yes, for sure. Do you want to see it? Let's see. It's all organized in here too. I have it organized in, let's see if I can show it one-handed here. Make it a little difficult. So I have them all organized in like these little binders right here.
Yes, I do the same thing. You don't have to pull it out.
Okay, yep, I have it under pak choi, but yes, I do. I have, yep, there they are. I have 4 different varieties of it.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm ready. And I actually did start some indoors just to get a little bit of a head start on a couple of them. So, and then I'll be direct seeding them outdoors here too.
What about butternut squash?
So that one, I do have a butternut squash planted out there right now. That's in my warm season one. But yes, I do have some butternut squash that's growing right now. I actually just harvested 2 maybe like a week ago now or so, but it's exciting.
Okay. How about purple of Sicily cauliflower?
Ooh, I have let's see, what cauliflower do I have? I do have a purple cauliflower. It is where is it? It's called D Purple is the one that I have. D Purple.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I've been growing the purple of Sicily. It's not been super successful for me because we get so hot usually. But we're colder this August.
Tends to be challenging for me.
Yeah. Okay. Collard greens?
Yes, I do. Let's see. Yep, there they are. I have 2 of them. Top Chop, and then what is this one? It's a flash one, so it's a fast grower one.
We can only seem to manage to get the what is it? Is it Georgia collards? Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one variety we can ever find here. And so that's the only kind I can ever get unless I find them online and order.
Yeah. Yeah. We have all of the Park Seed seeds that Park Seed has available through the app. So we pretty much grow like everything that they have, and we've grown a lot of their stuff.
So I have 3 different varieties of this. So how about fairy tale eggplant?
Oh, eggplants. So that's in the warm season tote. But I don't think I have fairy tale. I do have, oh man, testing my memory. Gosh, I planted these like months ago. I think Purple Comet, I think, is the variety that we were doing. That sounds right. I want to say something like that. But yes, I do have a couple of eggplants. It's not something that we grow a lot of traditionally, but we do typically have a couple plants of those at least.
These eggplants, these fairy tale eggplants, they only get about this big. And they're purple and white striped.
Ooh, that's
and they are so good. Nice. What we've done with them in the past is we've either like cut them in half and grilled them, or we'll slice them and we'll roast them in the oven with the other vegetables, or we'll saute them. Sometimes we'll saute them and put them in an omelet. or just cook them up with the scrambled eggs. They are so good, and they're the cutest
That
little
sounds
things.
really good. Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's
are really, really good, and they're very prolific too. And the plants
nice.
don't get very huge. You can put 2 plants side by side in just a really small little area. 2 plants is all I grow for just my husband and I, and we get plenty off of just the 2 little plants. Let's see. How about ginger? I know it's not in your book, but
Not
do you
there. I have actually not grown it before. It's definitely something I would love to grow. I just haven't ever taken that step to do it. So I'm always interested that I'm always interested in people that do that. I think it's so interesting.
Yeah, I want to grow some too. I even went and bought a chunk of ginger so that I could, and now our seasons have changed so much. I don't think I could do it this time of year. So probably use this piece up and then try again in the spring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I know you do kale,
Yep.
kohlrabi.
Oh, I love kohlrabi. Yes. Yes. I actually have some that I just started indoors into my biodome. And then I also will be direct seeding some also because they're generally a pretty fast growing one. So I typically have time to grow them out in the fall too before I get my frost in. But they do pretty well in here in the mild little frosts. But yes, oh, I love kohlrabi. The kids always think it's so weird looking. They think it's the coolest thing ever.
So how do you use it?
Our favorite thing to do is make a stir fry with it. We generally, whenever our garden's producing a lot, like we'll have at least one stir fry a week, either with rice or noodles. Like we'll alternate like what different veggies we put in it. But we've also done that. We've just roasted them before. That's really good. We've put them in the air fryer and topped them just with cheese, kind of like broccoli. That's always good. I've made fritters with them before. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I feel there's so many things you can do with them. It's pretty much anything you can do with broccoli. I'm like, I can do with kohlrabi.
Ah, okay, interesting. Okay, loofah.
Oh, yep. It's not next to me because since it's in my warm season one. But yes, I actually have 2 loofah plants growing outside right now, and I have, oh my gosh, they are huge right now. Because I'm growing them for the sponges, not the squash. I wanted to try to eat some this year, but I didn't get enough because I'm like I want for sure to grow them as sponges. So I'm letting them all go to sponge on the vine right now.
My little loofah didn't get very big, and it's just now starting to put out little tiny baby, well, a little bit bigger than pencil thin squash.
Oh man.
So
Yeah,
I doubt
loofah's one that needs a long, warm growing season to do it. So I always get like either a head start with it in the spring, like indoors sometimes, or I just pop it out like as soon as I possibly can, like after the first frost.
I started mine really early, but it wouldn't sprout.
Really?
And
I'm
yeah, it
sorry.
took like
That
2 months
stinks.
for it to sprout.
I always feel like loofah does really well for me. I love it. Come here.
But
Or she just woke up from her nap. Come here.
oh gosh.
Another visitor. Oh, come here. This is Ellie. She was
I
just
just
out.
watched the video. I just saw the video of when you introduced her to the channel.
Yes. my gosh, it's crazy to think how old she's gotten. It's crazy.
Yeah.
She was helping Daddy this morning cut a bunch of zinnias for our vases inside. And she was helping grab all the zinnias and putting them into vases. And yeah, she loves it outside. She's always helping.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have. Is there anything else you'd like to say or?
No, I think that was it. I really appreciate you having me on today. It's been fun chatting.
Yeah. Well, I've enjoyed having you here, and I look forward to future enhancements to the app. And
Yeah,
I can't wait to see you in the morning, see what you have for us.
great.
So,
We'll be talking preservation tomorrow. So look forward to seeing you in the chat tomorrow.
Yeah, that ought to be really interesting. For those of you that are still here with us listening in the chat, you can find Carrie and Dale on From Seed to Spoon here on YouTube. They're here every Tuesday. They go live at I know it's 11 o'clock my time, Mountain Time, noon Central.
Yes. Yeah.
1 o'clock Eastern. That would be 10 a.m. Pacific. And it's a lot of fun. That's every Tuesday. And I know they would love to have you come over and join us there.
Yeah,
Do check out the app and give it a try. There's so much information in there, and it's so helpful. We'd love to have you come and be a part of the group, part of the community.
Yeah, for sure. It's always fun chatting.
Yeah, it is. You learn a lot, and their partners, Park Seed and Smart Pots, are always helpful as well. And so I've enjoyed having you be here, Carrie, and kiddos. And sorry that Dale couldn't also be a part of it, but we know he's always there in the background and doing his part. And one of these days we'll capture him. So.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, thank you again, and thank you for being here with us for Meet Me Monday. If you're watching this on the replay, I hope that you were able to gain something from the information today. And I look forward to catching you again sometime. Be blessed. Have a great week. And we will see you Thursday for Thoughts for Thursday, and next Monday for another Meet Me Monday. And I promise I'll have a better voice next week. Have a little more energy. So we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Bye.